Welcome to the Midnight Medical Coding Podcast, where we talk all things medical coding. My name is Lindsay Dellavella, and I'm a medical coding instructor, and I created this series to educate people who are interested in medical coding, and it's also geared towards medical coding students. You'll hear a series of discussions that will break down essential concepts, tips, and strategies to help you along the way. And just so you guys know, the voices you hear are AI generated, but it's based on my social media content and website, so you can find similar information there. Okay, let's get started.
All right, so maybe you're thinking about a career change, and you've heard about medical coding,
Right.
and maybe it sounds kind of interesting to you,
Yeah.
but is it really a good fit for you?
Yeah, good question.
Well, we did a deep dive into some research on this topic
Okay.
to see what are some of the common personality traits
Okay.
that we see again and again in successful medical coders.
All right, cool.
So let's unpack 3 of those to
Yeah.
see if you might be a natural
Okay.
fit.
Yeah.
All right, so get this.
Okay.
The first trait that comes up again and again is introversion.
Introversion, huh?
Now,
Interesting.
before you jump to any conclusions about, that meaning you have to be a hermit or something,
Yeah.
let's actually flip the script on that
Okay.
and see how it's actually a superpower in this field.
All right.
So
Yeah.
imagine you're a medical coder.
Okay.
You're poring over patient records.
Mm-hmm.
You're deciphering all this crazy medical jargon, and you're matching it up to the right code.
Yeah.
These codes are like a secret language that healthcare providers use to talk to insurance companies.
I see. Yeah.
Important stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not about being a social butterfly.
Right.
It's about, concentration and accuracy.
Makes sense.
And there's this great story in one of our sources
Oh, yeah.
about an experienced coder mentoring a newbie.
Okay.
The newbie was, feeling a little overwhelmed at first.
Sure. Yeah.
But the mentor,
Mm-hmm.
who was like a classic introvert,
Yeah.
showed them how to, break down these complex cases
Right.
and find the right codes.
Yeah.
And it really highlights how that quiet focus,
Mm-hmm.
that ability to, get into the details,
Yeah.
is crucial for success.
I see.
And that mentor probably saw potential in that newbie
Mm-hmm.
because they had another key trait, this ability to work independently.
Okay.
Medical coders,
Yeah.
they're like detectives.
Oh, interesting.
They love to research. They love to solve problems
Yeah.
and piece together the puzzle using these codes.
Cool.
I'm curious, do you find yourselves enjoying that kind of thing?
Well, what's fascinating here is that this independent work style
Yeah.
is actually highly valued in medical coding.
Mm-hmm.
Coding supervisors often will give coders space
Right.
to do their thing because they trust their ability to work autonomously.
Right.
Remember that newbie coder?
Yeah.
Even with guidance,
Mm.
they had to develop the focus to work through those complex cases,
Yeah.
on their own.
Right.
But of course, it doesn't mean it's solitary confinement or anything.
Yeah.
Collaboration and support systems
Right.
definitely exist.
Especially when you're first starting out, right?
Especially when you're first starting out. It's more about having that focus
Mm-hmm.
and the drive to really own your work.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, speaking of drives,
Yeah.
this brings us to our final trait, a love of learning.
A love of learning, okay?
This might seem obvious for any job,
Yeah, I guess so.
but it's especially critical in medical coding because the healthcare landscape is constantly changing,
Right.
which means the codes we use to represent it also need to adapt.
Makes sense.
Imagine a new surgical technique comes out
Wow.
or a new drug hits the market.
Yeah.
Medical coders need to learn the specific codes associated with those
Right.
to ensure accurate billing and analysis.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture,
Yeah.
staying updated isn't just about avoiding boredom.
Right.
Using outdated codes
Mm-hmm.
can have real-world consequences.
Yeah.
It can impact patient care,
Wow.
lead to inaccurate data,
Right.
which is used for everything from research to public health initiatives.
Mm-hmm.
But on the flip side, imagine that feeling of being a lifelong learner in this profession,
Right.
constantly expanding your knowledge,
Yeah.
knowing you're providing that accurate, up-to-date information that contributes to, the effective functioning of our healthcare system.
Really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So there you have it.
Yeah.
Introversion, independence, and a love of learning.
3 big ones.
3 core traits that can make you a natural fit for medical coding.
I like it.
So based on what we unpacked today, how do you see these traits playing out in a medical coding career for you?
Yeah, good question.
Does the idea of deep focus problem solving and continuous learning energize you.
Yeah,
We hope this deep dive has given you some valuable insights
definitely.
to help you on this career path exploration.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us,
Of course. Thanks for having me.
and we'll see you in our next deep dive.
Sounds good. Bye.
All right, guys, thanks for listening. To learn more about medical coding or medical coding courses, remember to check out my website, midnightmedicalcoding.com.